As climate change gets worse, as sea level rises, the problem arises in every aspect: economy, social, and ecological. Cities need to be equipped to handle these issues. Cars, petrol, energy, and many others are some sources of it. It is vital for us that the metropolis is adapted to the present and future's needs.
How are other cities doing this? Throughout time and evolution of humans and the metropolis, we have always had some inconvenience and a prominent lack of sustainability in our cities, and with industrial revolution, it has become worse. Other cities, especially Paris and Barcelona, have set up a more sustainable future, which you can see in the posters below.
Where have we tried to improve Seville? We have redesigned 12 streets or plazas we thought ought to be different. We added trees and pedestrian areas, as well as cycling lanes, benches, and bins. We have tried to make the city better for all, improving mobility and accessibility.
What we're doing to help Metropolis. One of the biggest projects we did in this unit was creating an ideal urban design video. We showed it to people around the cities and then asked them to fill a questionnaire. This questionnaire was about their preference, choices, and options for our urban design. It was a truly beneficial thing for the community.
Here we have some infographics we made. We were assigned a city in the world and we had to investigate what they had done to tackle the problems due to mass of energy, overconsumption, but more importantly, excessive transportation.
In Phase 2, Transport Production, our task was to perform a scientific calculation based on energy efficiency. Our teacher provided us with a set of problem-solving questions for us to calculate. It was about the energy efficiency of different vehicles. The vehicles we had to calculate were cars, trams, buses, trains, underground electric cars, and bikes. We solved the answers on a table. We wrote a short report to the local mayor indicating how we interpreted the data and what the consequences of our calculations were. One of the questions we had to calculate was the cost of fuel of all the vehicles individually. After all, we think that this activity has taught us by solving this problem to know how different vehicles use an amount of fuel and how we can reduce it. For example, by not using that vehicle so often and walking or using bikes more often than the use of cars.
Each pair had to choose a street in Seville that was full of cars and had to redesign it in a app called SketchUp. Redesigning it into a pedestrian area, we had to change it into a more sustainable place to reduce CO2 carbon emissions. Each pair had to choose a street in Seville that was full of cars and had to redesign it in an app called SketchUp. Redesigning it into a pedestrian area, we had to change it into a more sustainable place to reduce CO2 carbon emissions. adding bike lanes, bins, pedestrian space to walk, and trees, as well as fountains. We think that the result of the design reduced acoustic contamination and the number of accidents.
The whole class in general had various problems in the process of doing this catch-up. Due to that fault, some people the wet baits didn't work. It was a quite stressful experience, but in the end, all went well.
Session 4.9, we had to do a roleplay session, which, at first, sounded a little weird to be a part of our unit of inquiry, but in the end we found out that it was very useful for our understanding of the unit. Some of our classmates were assigned to some roles to play, like in a little theater, and following those roles they had to perform a debate concerning if the government should eliminate cars from the historical center of the city.
In Phase 5, we started our documentary. To show our learnings to the public, we wanted to design a creative way to express them. We split the class into different groups: video editors, task managers, scriptwriters. With all the content we created over the 4 previous phases, we designed the video you are seeing today. In conclusions, this unit of inquiry, we have created a solution for the metropolis. We have made a SketchUp with an idea we imagined on how Seville could be better, by adding trees, pedestrian areas, bike lanes, and also removing cars so it can reduce climate change. The class was divided into groups of 2 and made our ideas real. We then made a questionnaire with questions.
One of the main components of this unit were the poems we wrote. The poems were a form of self-expression about walking in and around the city. Some of us turned our poems into songs. Everyone had a different way of expressing the feelings of walking in and around the city, how the city breathes, and how we can make it better through art.
No te doy permiso para lavarme.
Vale. ¿Te gusta? ¿Cuál es tu queso favorito?
El brie,
¿Por qué?
porque es el único de que me sé el nombre.
Gracias.
¿Cuál es tu pasión en la vida?
Me gusta la mantequilla.